Cloudy and cool in Cincinnati. Welcome to the Great American Ballpark. Nats are going for the sweep, and look at that sweet swing.
She's got to work on her launch angle, but that's a pretty good swing anyways.
Yeah, I like that first one a lot. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter to you. We're used to working holidays. Where would you rather be than at the ballpark? And a chance to win 3 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, they won the first 2 games. It's Easter Sunday at the ballpark, and they're going for the sweep today.
Yeah, as you say, good teams win 2 out of 3. Great teams
sweep. So they started off on Friday like gangbusters. Bryce Harper came out of the gate hard. In a game where there was only 2 runs scored, he broke up a double play in the first inning. That gave Ryan Zimmerman an RBI. And then Max, who we saw have a fantastic spring training this year, struck out 10, went 6 innings, did Max things. He's going for back-to-back-to-back Cy Youngs. And Davey Martinez in his first major league win couldn't have drawn it up any better. Sean Doolittle with his first save. The Nats 1-0. Then we move to yesterday.
Yeah, and it was an offensive show. After a while, and Adam Eaton, of course, was the big man of the day. He's going to go deep. He's going to get a double. He's going to hit a home run. 5 hits, up there among the greatest days a Nat has ever had with a bat.
And right there, he's pointing to his family and all the hard work they did and he did to get back. He said they were a part of it yesterday. He saw him coming around third. Actually said he got a little emotional right there. So 2-0, everything went well yesterday. 13-7 win. And now Gio Gonzalez and the Nats go for the sweep.
Yeah, they can beat you in different ways. 2-0 with the pitching, 13-7 with the bats. Some of those bench guys look like regulars right now.
Yeah, and Davey Martinez saying that he wanted to keep their swings from spring training. So what did he do? I mean, you know Howie Kendrick is going to play a lot of second base with Daniel Murphy out. So he just goes in yesterday, gets a couple of hits, another 2 for Howie. But how about Matt Adams for Ryan Zimmerman? The 3-run home run in the first inning yesterday to get him on the board with Steven Strasburg on the mound. It looked like 8-0. And then Brian Goodwin, who was substituting for Michael A. Taylor, last time up, first career grand slam, smiles all over the place. Just a feel-good day offensively at the Great American Small Park.
And a chance for a real feel-good weekend as the Nats try to sweep here on Easter. Last time Gio pitched here, pretty good. July of last year, almost went the distance, got some offensive support. What else is new around here? But he was great against the Reds. One of his best road efforts in recent memory. More on Gio and the Nats taking on the Reds straight ahead. PNC Bank, no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. And by Ocean City, Maryland. There's no end to the fun you'll have in Ocean City. Plan your trip today at ococean.com. I tell you, we're on the banks of a body of water here, but it doesn't feel like a beach right now. Ryan Zimmerman and the Nats have to get loose and stay loose for this one. And they've done a pretty good job in Cincinnati over the last couple of years. Total dominance against the Reds. 12 of the last 14, 7-0 here. Adam Eaton loves Cincinnati pitching. 6 career games here, batting .500. And Gio looking for his 80th Nationals win, and he's looking for his 118th big league win. Third among NL lefties over that time with the Nationals. And FP, he was really, really good through 13 starts last year. Actually, his first 26 starts, and faded a little bit down the stretch.
Yeah, his goal was to make the All-Star team last year out of spring training, if you remember right. It started off really well, kind of ran out of gas at the end, but, you know, he's a first-half kind of guy, and we'll see what he's got in the tank for us. He threw 829 curveballs last year. Guess what? Opponents hit just 161 against Gio's curveball. There's Sal Romano, tough kid, I'm told, for the Reds. 6'5", 270.
Whoa.
So we'll see what he's got.
Yeah, and let's see what you got, because I have no words to describe this.
I think that's the Easter cat, kids. The Easter cat bunny. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy eating, everybody.
Flag's not doing anything, so mostly cloudy skies throughout the afternoon, but this weekend has turned out weather-wise to be a whole lot better than we thought it was going to be, even with the rain out. So Adam Eaton, 25 games with the Nationals now, including those 23 last year, just putting up fantastic numbers. To start the season, he's 6 for 9, 5 runs already, a walk, and he's hit a homer and driven in 3. Ryan Zimmerman back in there to start. Michael A. Taylor back. And Gio will bat 8th. First time a Nationals pitcher in a regular season game has batted 8th since 2011. Here's Sal Romano, who's got a big fastball, FP, and he's 24 years of age, out of Connecticut.
Yeah, 6'5", 270, his second major league season. First appearance against the Washington Nationals, 16 starts last year. You see the numbers on the screen. Opponents hit 275 against the fastball slider change combination from Sal Romano. And here is the defense behind Sal today. Duvall, Hamilton, Shebler, the outfield. Peraza, Suarez, left side. Jeanette Votto, right side. And Devin Mesoraco behind the plate. That's a great name.
Yeah, last time the Nats hit the pitcher 8th, Jim Riggleman was the manager. So Davey Martinez will show us with the lineup today a little bit of what we saw in West Palm Beach. Nats are hitting .286 in their first 2 games, outscoring the Reds 15-7. Adam Eaton on a tear. Here we go. It's low. We're underway right on time at 4:10. Happy Easter.
Pretty good start to the campaign.
Wow. Home plate umpire is Marvin Hudson, 21-year veteran. FP will chronicle a little bit of history with our ball club too. James Hoy, the crew chief. Jeff Kellogg's at second. There he is. Quinn Wolcott takes third. 1-1 to Adam Eaton. Hits it hard again. 7 out of 9 to start the season. The ultimate table setter right now. 3 days in a row, huh?
Davey Martinez after the game said he's our spark plug, and he was talking about after opening day on Friday how it took about 90 minutes to get going before yesterday's game, that he said he felt awful. But he got here, got heated up. You know about yesterday, in case you missed it, 5 for 5, 2 doubles, a home run. Starts all 3 games up with a base hit, and there goes the no-hitter again, Adam Eaton style.
Man, your tagline has no suspense to it whatever so far this season.
Yeah, that's the way we like it.
Anthony Rendon is 2 for 8 with a walk. A lot of hitting room right side for a ground ball. There's that big heater, mid-90s.
I had a lot of movement on 95, boring down and in on Anthony.
Yeah, my thought was after that first fastball, FP, let's see what kind of movement this guy has. A lot of guys can throw 95, but that was pretty wicked.
Well, 6'5", it's going to be every bit of downhill to the hitter, and what that means is he gets on top of it, and that fastball really has some tilt to it coming down that mound and the release point.
Mesoraco setting up inside again. Anthony able to fight it off. So Romano last year in his rookie year, 5-8, 4.45 ERA, made 16 starts for the ball club that had the highest earned run average in the National League. Red's ERA last year was 5.17. Only the Tigers were higher at 5.36. And Rendon hanging tough as he's getting pounded inside.
But with the Romano's release point being so high up and him 6'5", it's a true sinker. A lot of guys will get on the side of a ball, it'll run into a right-hander, meaning stay on the same plane, kind of go from one side of the plate to the other, but his is moving down and in to right-handed hitters. So far, that's a pretty good pitch and going to be tough for righties based on what you're seeing.
In this series, the Nats have 4 runs on 4 hits in the first innings. And then you have to add another hit for the one Eaton already has today. Boy, look at Rendon fighting as the ball keeps coming in on his hands. Unreal what the Nats have done. 118 runs for, 58 against in those 4 games. Runners in scoring position average absolutely ridiculous. And the OPS, not to mention not that many singles, mostly extra base hits. In again. Rendon to left. See you later. Didn't get it in far enough, did he? Anthony's first of the year. The Nats have 2.
I mean, that's what he does so well. He fouls off that really, really tough pitch with 2 strikes. He got some nasty sinkers from Sal Romano with 2 strikes. Fouled him off, tapped him to his dugout. And then that one didn't sink, and it went far.
Anthony Rendon, career homer number 79. Rice looking to get on the long ball parade here sometime today.
I don't know that there's a hitter better in baseball at prolonging an at-bat and finally getting a mistake and then actually doing something with it. You stay in that battle long enough, you stay in that fight long enough, the odds start switching back to you that the guy on the mound is going to hang one. And he's just talking about pulling his hands in right there hard because he saw the fastball moving in and he knew if I'm going to hit this, I got to keep my hands close to my body.
Rice hauled in on 2-0, but he takes it tailing down and away.
He's talking about the downhill tilt right there on the fastball too. He's showing that downhill angle. Trey Turner now hitting 5th, gets to quiz other guys that go up there before him.
3-1. Nats have now hit 5 home runs on the season. 3 tremendous first innings here. And Harper rolls one over to the right side for Scooter Gennett.
All right, show me that tater again, boys. Everybody at home wants to see it. Watch him pull his hands in right here. That sinker stayed up. The ones that he fouled off before were heading right toward his back knee. That was a 4-seam fastball. Oh, that hurt my ears with my headset on. 2-0 Nats. Wow.
He hit it right off his name. Similar to the flight of the Trey Turner home run here yesterday. Ryan Zimmerman 0 for 4 to start the season. Hit by a pitch yesterday, pinch hitting. Had an RBI ground ball in his first debut on Friday. For those of you who watch the Orioles drop one to Minnesota today, welcome to Cincinnati. Anthony Rendona's hit a 2-run homer in the top of the first after an Adam Eaton single, and the Nationals are on top 2-0, going for a sweep.
Boy, for a young pitcher like Sal Romano, we talked about 16 starts last year. He's got a taste of the big league lifestyle, but when you sit around here for 2 days, especially yesterday, and you see 4 home runs flying out of this campsite, and then you take them out in the first inning, and Anthony Rendon hits one off you. He's wobbled right now. We'll see. We've heard he's tough, and he's got great makeup, and he's getting tested early.
That's 3-2 on a pitch up and in. So he's over 20 pitches with 1 out. And the other way to Joey Votto, who gets his body behind it. 2 down.
Shocked at the crowd here today.
Yeah, 4 o'clock start in a great baseball city on Easter, and I don't know, maybe 10,000 will be here eventually.
It looks like a makeup game of a rainout scheduled on an off day, and it's the 3rd game of the season.
Trey Turner went deep yesterday. Mets are batting in the bottom of the 9th at home, trailing St. Louis 5-1. And a breaking ball away, no swing. The infield was headed for the first base dugout. James Hoy said, not so fast. 2-2. Trey Turner batting 5th today, with Wilmer Defoe hitting behind Gio at 8 and 9 respectively.
But where was James Hoy yesterday? The first base umpire at second. Maybe Trey Turner was having a friendly chat with him yesterday. Like I said, check swings are a popularity contest.
Payoff pitch here. And the Nats are doing a good job of spoiling pitches inside on a 2-strike count. Rendon did it before hitting one out of the yard. Fastball up, and great speed on its way to first base.
So remember on Friday, opening day, Michael A. Taylor creating offense all by himself. A perfect base hit bunt. Check that box. First knock of the year. Then he steals second base easily. And a nice read on Matt Wieder's ground ball to second. You see Matt roll his wrist. He was trying to pull that, but because Peraza was playing up the middle, he went to third. And on a short fly ball to left, he tags up and scores with a nifty slide. And that was really the most exciting part of opening day, besides Max Scherzer striking out 10. That inning that Michael A. Taylor created a run.
Speaking of speed, Michael A. in the box, and we just had a mound visit here in the first inning.
Can you count two? Or one visit is 2 or 3 if your pitcher's not even warming up?
Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That was rough last night.
Turner going. Mesoraco got a good pitch to handle, but Trey just beat it. If you don't put the ball right on the bag, you have no chance to get this guy stealing.
Well, you could tell he was going. He had a lean going at first, so he got a good jump. There he goes, the speed of Trey Turner, hitting 5th today. And the Reds did everything right. Little false step right there made it a little closer than it could have been, but a nice jump by Trey Turner anyhow.
So Trey Turner's first of the year after swiping 46 in 98 games a year ago. He would have been up in the 60-70 range had he been healthy all year. Pedro Strop hit him June 29th and broke his wrist. Taylor, pop up. It'll get out of play.
Billy Hamilton can really throw in center field. That would be the test, but I don't think you're getting Trey Turner with 2 outs and 2 strikes anywhere. Have to be a one-hop line drive to Billy Hamilton to even be close.
One-two pitch. First Nationals at bat coming for the catcher Miguel Montero. Up in the zone, Michael A. punched out. Axel Strand a runner, but another very good top of the first in Cincinnati. On Friday, they got a run. Yesterday, 3 and 2 more here today early.
See, he's working it. I love it.
2-run homer right after that. Hamilton, Suarez, Votto, and Joey Votto always great against the Nats like he is against everybody else. 8 for 21, 3 career homers against Gio Gonzalez. Duvall, Jeanette, Mesoraco, 4, 5, 6, Schebler, and Peraza. And their young pitcher, Sal Romano, who just threw 34 pitches, 20 strikes.
There's Gio's arsenal from last year. Threw the fastball 59% of the time. Two-seam fastball down the zone. Lots of sink to it. 15-9, 296. 188 strikeouts in the league at just 216 against Gio last year.
So for the Reds, first time Billy Hamilton leads off in this series. Not in the lineup yesterday. He batted 9th Friday behind the pitcher. So he's 0 for 4 so far, all left-handed ABs with 3 strikeouts. That's the beauty of the curveball, 1 and 2. Rendon backs up now at third. Ryan Zimmerman still even with the bag on the other side. Two fastest runners in baseball on the same diamond today.
Yeah, I'll go with that. The guy in the box has to be right. And the guy at shortstop right there with him. We've had some times to first. Maybe we get both trucking to first today real fast and break it down.
3-2. Gio doesn't want to walk this guy. Hamilton able to foul it off.
He worked with Joe Morgan, did Billy Hamilton, on bunting this spring. And even if teams are playing in, it'd still be a full panic if he laid one down.
Swing and a miss. Gio with a good tailing fastball. 5th time career he has struck out Billy Hamilton.
The defense behind Gio for game 3 of 162. Eaton, Taylor, Harper the outfield. Turner, Rendon left side. Difo, Zimmerman right side. Miguel Montero behind the plate. There he is. All-star patch on. Nats debut. Here we go.
There's Suarez. Homer here yesterday. And Gio very close, a little bit low, 2-1. $86 the loss total, 117 the win total in his career, making his 276th big league start. And Gio in 9 games against the Reds, 4-2 with a 2.5 ERA. He twirled a beauty here last year. Within 2 outs of a complete game. Perfect fastball. Suarez leaned back a little. It ran back out over the edge.
So Gio's 7th season with the Nats starts with 2 Ks. Back to back. First Billy Hamilton, then Eugenio Suarez. Almost the same exact pitch that Michael A. Taylor just struck out on. Up. In this strike zone, seems like Marvin Hudson has a high zone.
Joey Votto really choked up on his bat here. And he gets his 3rd hit of the year. And he's been a first pitch swinger in this series.
Excuse me, Carp, I think the Nats staff will make you do that. Say you're a patient hitter and you're facing Max Scherzer and Steven Strasburg and Gio Gonzalez left on left. There's nothing to wait around for against those guys. You got to go up and hack because you don't want to hit with 2 strikes, even if you're an on-base percentage guy like Joey Votto is. It's a good game plan.
He's now 9 for 22 career against Gio Gonzalez. Here's Adam Duvall. Two-run homer. 8th inning yesterday after a sac fly in the 6th. And this one a mile high out to center. Michael A. Taylor puts it away, and Gio gets the shutdown inning after a 2-run lead.
Kind of feel the knees underneath you. Could be an exercise, could be just a test. Either way, it was nice to see Murph out here early. He's getting close, and we can't wait to see him in a ball game. I think it's imperative that once he's back, and you don't have to play him 2 days and sit him 2 days or even think about going back on the DL again. So I like the fact they're taking their time with him. Smart. Good take by Miguel Montero.
Yeah, how about this lineup when he's back? Extra base hits, RBIs. So impressive by Daniel Murphy. Miguel Montero, first Nationals at bat, might have broken his bat. And that was the shortstop, Peraza, on the right side for the shift. Here's Gio. That one bounced way out in front. 1-1.
He did that in the first pitch to Miguel Montero and then turned around and looked at the mound. I wonder if Gio's landing spot is interfering with his. Looks like the same spot, but one guy's 6'5" and the other guy isn't. How tall is Gio? About 6'2", 6'3", 6'2". Guessing. He's only been here 7 years.
He is listed at 6 feet tall.
It's like I said, 6 feet tall.
So here's where Wilmer Defoe comes into play, batting behind the pitcher. Turns into sort of a de facto leadoff guy here with Eaton and Rendon behind him. 2 outs, nobody on.
Wilmer did such a fine job last year filling in for Trey Turner at shortstop.
124 games, 332 at bats.
And he was the spark plug once Adam Eaton went down all season long. On the bench, even when he wasn't playing, on the top step, cheering. He's into it, always is.
19 extra base hits, including 5 home runs. Stole 10 bases, being caught once. Really did everything at several different positions this ball club asked of him last year. And that one handled by Scooter Gennett. And after a very long first, a real quick second for Sal Romano.
Lilliquist has tried to encourage Gio Gonzalez to do this year when he's on the mound is not give his emotions away and show how he's feeling about things to the entire ballpark. We know how Gio is. He can get pretty animated on the mound at times, but Lilliquist wants him to try and curb that. The reasoning being, he says opposing dugouts are watching the pitcher closely, trying to pick up how he's feeling about certain pitches, what he might not be comfortable with that day. Then they can narrow things down and sit on something else. So the way Lilliquist puts it, if he comes into the park and can't see the scoreboard, he wants to not be able to tell if Gio is 5 runs up or 5 runs down. Wants him to keep those emotions a little bit more in check.
Makes sense. Even keel. You got 30-something starts on the season, and you don't want to let them know what you're thinking. It's like playing poker, right? You throw a curveball in the dirt and you roll your eyes, and everyone goes, well, he doesn't have confidence in his curveball now. I like it.
Right on the outside edge, counts even 1-1. Scooter Gennett off to an amazing start after going 4 for 4 Friday. So he's 6 for 9 with an RBI. Only facing Gio for the 3rd time in his career, 0 for 2 in the previous ABs.
Throw a curveball in the dirt and don't show any emotion, Carp. Maybe you meant to throw the curveball in the dirt. They don't know.
That's a pretty good curveball. League leaders, when you're talking cards, you're talking Coons. Cy Young voting last year, look at that. The Nats had the winner, number 3 and number 6. Kenley Jansen, the only reliever on the list.
If Zach Greinke stayed with the Dodgers, that would have been Nats and Dodgers, and that's it.
Yeah.
Scooter with a nice start to this season for the Reds after having that breakthrough year last year. He's been the Adam Eaton on the other side.
Swing and a miss on a heater, up and away. Gio, 4 outs, 3 on strikeouts. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch cast.
Little elevated fastball after the curveball. Good pitch by Gio Gonzalez. You can see Scooter Jet saying no to himself as soon as he swung. He knew it was too high. That's the pitch, man. All these uppercut softball swings, the fastball up is going to be hard for these guys that are training their swing to hit it in the air.
Well, hitters bring in a new philosophy. Pitchers make adjustments. Shift on for the right-handed hitting catcher, Devin Mesoraco, who was a #1 pick 11 years ago. Been in the big leagues off and on since 2011. And this guy has had so many injuries, it's amazing. 3 times on the DL last year. Left shoulder, right hip, left foot. Tore his labrum in his left shoulder back in 16. Had a left hip impingement back in the 2015 season. And Gio just blows it by him. That sure played a lot quicker than 90, it appeared.
But he's got that spin rate, a little deception in his delivery. And he's kind of had to evolve as a pitcher, a power pitcher. His first year with the Nats, he was a power pitcher in Oakland with 94, 95 around the letters. Now he's low 90s. But he'll pop one in there with 2 strikes to righties inside, and it looks faster. It seems to look faster than the gun shows.
Here's Scott Schebler. 3 hits, a home run so far. By the way, the Mets lost that game at home 5-1. They're no longer undefeated. And they'll be in our ballpark next Thursday. In fact, one of the guys in their lineup involved with Schebler when the Reds lost Todd Frazier to the White Sox in a 3-team deal with the Dodgers. Scott Schebler, one of the youngsters they got that was a minor leaguer at the time. You like the work rate Gio's got going too?
Well, that was an improvement from last year too. I mean, he sped up his delivery, his tempo. I should say his tempo more accurately. You know, he was a guy that was deliberate with guys on in the past, and last year we loved his work rate. This is pretty close, right? Look at Miguel Montero framing it up.
Yeah, Marvin Hudson got it right. 3-2 pitch driven the other way. So the Reds have a pair of 2-out singles, both by left-handed batters going to left field.
All right, single game tickets are on sale right now. You won't want to miss the best matchups, hottest giveaways, Bryce Harper hitting home runs. Visit Nationals.com to get your 2018 tickets today. So by my scorecard, Jose Peraza should fly out to center.
That's what Duvall did after Votto's hit first inning.
First inning was strikeout, strikeout, single, fly out to center.
Michael A. Taylor positioned perfectly for a fly ball that might go slightly the other way. It's going to hang up in the air, and the right fielder will get it.
Close.
All we wanted was an out. Here he comes again, Adam Eaton. He has been unstoppable.
really lock into the sinker here. That first one by Romano, they swung and missed. Then he has to pull the hands in for the second one. Another one, he'll go slider away right here. Now watch him pull him in again right there. And he's like, I got to really keep my hands close to my body because this guy's pounding me in with sinkers. Romano went from a 2-seamer to a 4-seamer. It stayed straight up and out over the plate, but because of the previous pitches, Rendon pulled his hands in, maybe cheated that inside fastball and got himself a tater. 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. He is a great hitter. That was fun to watch.
I can't wait to see how they pitch him this time.
Away. Sliders.
Adam Eaton. The base hit off the glove of Joey Votto. First time. Sharply hit. Clean single all the way.
I mean, the value of scoring first when you have a staff like the Nats. Adam Eaton scored first on opening day on the fielder's choice by Ryan. Scored first yesterday on the 3-run home run by Matt Adams.
And to short for Peraza.
And then today on the Rendon homer.
It's only the third time Adam Eaton's made an out this weekend. DC Lexus dealers, $250 to Children's National Health System for the first 200 home runs the Nats will hit this season. Lexus, experience amazing.
So he's taken away the fastball in, and this is how you take away pitches from a pitcher. Watch where they go here. Away. But as a hitter, you know that too. Keep bouncing that slider as a hitter. I totally disregard it when I pick up the rotation because he hasn't thrown it near a strike.
Yeah, that's 2 or 3 of them. Way short. And the 1-1 pitch hit into center. Billy Hamilton is cruising to it. 2 down. Bryce Harper now with the bases empty.
As you enjoy a Miller Lite on this fine Easter Sunday, you can look forward to the hold true moment later in the game.
Hold true. All right.
Is it really Easter though, or is someone playing a trick on us?
Checked my calendar many times since I got up this morning.
I mean, it's April Fool's. How do we know it's Easter?
Shift on Bryce. 2 for 7. A couple of RBIs yesterday on sac flies and a walk so far. Target in. Ooh. Off Mesoraco's mitt and appeared to get the bare hand of Marvin Hudson.
There's a redirect off Mesoraco's glove and got his meat hand. That can't feel good. What about 90 when it hit him? Waving off the trainer who offered assistance from the Reds dugout.
Harper the other way. And just onto the track. Duvall has it. Bryce didn't miss by much. That's 7 straight by Sal Romano after walking Trey Turner in the first inning. Gio back to work.
Maybe just off the end, just off the sweet spot, but in this ballpark when a ball goes up, you never know, and that was close. It's the greatest president's race ever. The Easter Bunny taking out Teddy Roosevelt at Nats Park. There was carnage everywhere. It was the Easter Sunday massacre at Nats Park. I think he killed him. I mean, it was the best thing ever. They were there. They saw it. Maybe not.
Man. Exmo doesn't take away any of the impact of that play.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. We never heard anything otherwise, but I feel like they went on double secret probation after that because they just raced for a good 2 months. There was no special effects. Yeah. There was no carnage, nobody flying out of the stands, and that got a lot of national play. And it was my favorite president's race ever.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Sal Romano 1 for 24 as a rookie hitter last year. And Gio's going to throw him a curveball and send him back to the dugout. First time through, Reds go 2 for 9, 5 strikeouts.
A Toyota case for kids. Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a donation of $44 to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season. He's into it. Hard to find an usher around here, huh?
I'm seeing him everywhere right now in my peripheral vision. Billy Hamilton looking to bunt his way aboard. And Gio is just using every quadrant of the strike zone here.
Working quick, throwing strikes.
Now that Hamilton has showed bunt, even though you don't do it with 2 outs, pardon me, 2 strikes as a rule. Anthony Rendon hasn't backed up as much as he did the first time up.
Well, that's in case there's a swing and bunt. You really can't play deep against a guy like Billy Hamilton at third base. He'll beat it out. You gotta stay right in that baseline or step behind it.
Two with 1 out.
Well, look where Wilmer's playing. Wilmer's 4 steps on the dirt at second. That's what speed does. It shortens the infield and it creates holes. That's why if this guy can hit balls on the ground, forget launch angle. He'll hit 270, 280.
Another long count on Billy Hamilton, who struck out in the first after it went full. Have a look at the entire AB here from Nissan. Everything away. Last year, Billy Hamilton hit 218 right-handed, 260 left-handed. Three-two pitch away. Here comes Bryce, and he got a great jump. Harper with his best play so far. And that is so big, keeping Billy Hamilton off base. And that thing gets away. Who knows what happens?
Well, just being ready for the baseball, and Bryce is always ready, but when Gio Gonzalez is on the mound, working quick, throwing strikes, you're on your toes on defense. We talk about plays being made behind guys that work quick. If you're daydreaming out there because your pitcher's throwing ball 1, ball 2, stepping off, grabbing the rosin bag, you might not get that same jump and make that same play. Credit goes to Bryce for making that play, but that's because Gio's throwing strikes. Defoe
backhand, plants and throws, and out is Eugenio Suarez. Gio working quickly. Defense right there with him. We're through 3.
We talk about being on your toes. Well, Gio's throwing strikes. He's working quick. And look at the jump that Bryce Harper got right here on Billy Hamilton's line drive. He's on his toes. He's ready. And he's become a great right fielder. And then Wilmer Defoe, same way, right? He's going up the middle, his first start of the year, ready for the baseball. It's a little thing, but when you play 162, it's a big thing. You got a guy throwing strikes, you're ready for the ball. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, I think it's huge. Experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer, or log on to ramtrucks.com and get to work. Guts Glory Ram with our due up here. 4-5-6. Ryan Zimmerman ground ball to Joey Votto first time up. There's another one. That's at least 4 that have bounced way out in front of home plate. 5 o'clock here, Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Small crowd for a 4:10 start on Easter. Welcome to those of you who had seen the Orioles get knocked off by the Twins. Dozier and Sano each hitting 2 home runs in that game. Twins are good. They're 2-1 to start the season. Oh my goodness. Almost a half dozen pitches that haven't made it to home plate.
And until he makes the adjustment, shows the Nationals he can throw one for a strike consistently. I mean, he's like a 2-pitch pitcher now, fastball and change, and he rarely throws the change to righties, so he's a 1-pitch pitcher right now if you're right-handed.
Healthy hack by Ryan Zimmerman. Three and 2. .53 pitches, 32 strikes in 3 innings. 19 of those in the last 2 innings combined. Up and into Ryan Zimmerman. Second walk issued by Sal Romano. Big day for Trey Turner. He was batting 6th yesterday. 4th inning.
First knock of the year off the facade. You get free pizza for that? I hit a pizza sign.
Off a guy
named Romano?
Yeah. If he hits one today, he'll get pizza. That one near the mound, near the bag, and cleanly into center field. Trey Turner on for the 2nd time. So he's warming it up now. 3 for 8. And he's been on base 5 times in 3 games.
Well, you know, as a hitter, he's not going to throw you a first pitch slider for a strike. You know, based on scouting reports, he's not going to throw you a changeup if you're right-handed. So Trey Turner all in the heater. 1 for 1 with a walk. Nicely done.
And a big spot for Michael A. Taylor, who took a 3-2 pitch that he thought was up and in. And he struck out, ending the 1st inning with Trey Turner at second base. Suarez on the grass at 3rd. Taylor hits one hard and a little bit late. Outfield pretty straight away. Duvall deep in left. Taylor hits one hard, but it's right at Peraza. That's how you get a speedy guy for a 6-4-3. Zimmerman to 3rd, 2 down. A lot of things going on next weekend. There's opening day Thursday, and then Kick it off with the Mets in town, the 7th and 8th. For ticket info, nationals.com. Find out about great giveaways this year. All kinds of fantastic promotions at the ballpark. Can't wait to see you guys Thursday when Steven Strasburg will take the mound after his gem yesterday. 1 earned run in 6 1/3 innings. Miguel Montero up the middle first time. Pardon me, Montero quickly walking. So Gio first and third. And he taps one over to the left side. Reds go the short way. Things happening quickly in the top of the 4th. Nats have had a bunch of runners and lead 2-0. Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. Gio is cruising, but he's got Votto, Duvall, and Jeanette, their 3 best hitters, facing him in the 4th inning in a 2-0 game.
But he'd love to hand the ball to this guy, your favorite closer, Sean Doolittle. There's a bobblehead presented by M&M's on April 13th at the Yard. The first 25,000 fans to the Nats Rockies. That's going to be a fun series. Gets one of 5 of the Nats bobbleheads this year. For tickets, visit nationals.com. That's a good one. I saw it already. You want that one, trust me.
Shutouts are rare in this ballpark, but when Gio pitched last year, Bryce Harper hit a couple of homers, and Gio beat the Cincinnati Reds with a little help at the end from the bullpen, 5-0. He was outstanding in this one. Mixing it up beautifully, using the curveball even against right-handers. So his 113th pitch retired Joey Votto to open the 9th inning, and then the bullpen did the rest.
Some parks you just feel comfortable in. It's a weird park for any pitcher to feel comfortable in, but hey.
Yeah, when you think about it, you'll let Joey Votto line singles to left field all weekend long. Made him pull it that time. Ryan Zimmerman has it. So now that's 5 in a row for Gio, and 8 of his last 9 retired.
Huffing and puffing after he ran to first.
Adam Duvall, a fly ball to Michael A. Taylor. First time up, Nats in a right-hander shift here. So obviously we're going to see more of this from right-handed batter defenses than we ever did under any previous national skipper.
They do that with Wilmer too, because he's got a strong arm and he's played a lot of shortstop and third base.
That's good observation on your part. Will they do it this much when Murph is at second base?
He played some third in New York. Yeah, got a good arm.
1-2 pitch. That is right on the edge. Gio Gonzalez, pinpoint control. So far, strikeout number 6, Mercedes-Benz.
Well, we showed you his 13-5 start last year, and we used to talk about how he seemed like he was just playing catch out there, how he's relaxed, free and easy, and that applies in his first start of 2018. He is just having a catch right now with Miguel Montero.
Scooter Gennett on a pitch up and away, struck out first time up swinging. He drills one out to center. Michael A. Taylor can only play the carom. It hits right at the bottom of the wall. Look at that throw. Scooter Gennett is 7 for 11 to start the season.
All right, first things first, beautiful swing by Scooter Gennett. But you can't play a ball any better than this. Michael A. Taylor realized he can't get to it, so smartly hits the brakes and plays it on 2 hops. Watch the throw. And Wilmer Defoe was surprised by this. He was going out. And in a small ballpark, your center fielder has a good arm. Maybe you hang around second base a little bit longer in case that play happens. That was a beautiful play by Michael A. Taylor, and Wilmer was just late getting to the bag. Who knows?
Right off the end of the bat, it's staying fair, and Ryan Zimmerman's got a tag. He takes care of Mesoraco, and even with men on base, Gio keeps working quickly and very effectively. Season long. Sign up now through Monday at tmobile.com/MLB. So got to do it today or tomorrow. We go top 5. Bob FP, Dan, our fantastic Masson crew here in Cincinnati. This ball game's into the top of the 5th inning. A couple of pitchers cruising a bit. Strasburg brilliant yesterday after Max Scherzer's 10 strikeout effort on Friday. Gio doing his part today. How about these two guys when they throw them at you?
They wouldn't be fun to hit, but it's fun for Nats fans to watch. Max with 10 punch outs on opening day. He was brilliant. And then Steven yesterday. early on, just on cruise control. Had a double play ball fumbled behind him, or else, you know, maybe he would have been out there a little bit longer.
Not always going to work out this way, but because of the Montero intentional walk last inning, and then they got Gio, Wilmer Difo, batting ninth, serves as a leadoff guy here in the 5th inning. He'll pull it. A couple of hops for Joey Votto. And over there in good fashion, Romano, first out, 5th inning. Here comes Adam Eaton. Here comes Dan Colco right behind him.
Bob, Adam Eaton in the lineup for the 3rd straight game, coming back from that knee injury. He actually approached Davey Martinez after the game yesterday, told him he feels great and wanted to play today. Eaton saying that it takes him a lot to get ready to play, about an hour and a half to get loose, but once he's hot, he can stay hot, and he feels pretty good. Davey's saying that might be more of an issue when Eaton doesn't start, because if he's needed to pinch hit, all that prep time could complicate things a little bit. But the good news, Eaton feels well enough to be in there. 3rd straight day, guys.
And he sparked it today again, Dan. First inning hit. Next batter, Rendon, 2-run homer. Actually got him out on a ground ball to short. Last time up, that was pretty sharply hit. To the right side, he's getting good wood on the ball, and able to recover is Scooter Gennett. A couple weeks from now, Adam Eaton beats that ball out if it gets dropped.
Well, that's what you're hoping, at least, if you're Davey Martinez. Another hard hit ball by Eaton, and watch how far he goes past the bag. Because like I said, the breaks are the last thing to come after a knee surgery. And he runs about halfway down the right field line after he touches first base, because he doesn't want to put on the brakes too hard, because that's when it'll grab a little bit. Not necessarily hurt, just grab.
And we've already seen the trend in the first 2 games. Davey Martinez get 4 at-bats out of Adam. Get Brian Goodwin in there, or Michael A. Taylor if he's not in the lineup. And you still have such a strong defensive outfield with which to protect a lead late. Rendon, a homer to left off the facing of the upper deck, and a fly ball to center.
Sure, Murph's doing a lot of coaching on the bench while he's watching. I mean, I'd listen to what he had to say. One of the smartest baseball men we've been around.
Every facet. Well, Romano's got it going. Did walk a couple of guys.
You know what they're talking about is who's the cutoff man and who covers the bag on that ball that Michael A. Taylor just fielded. And Trey's probably saying, well, I went out and then Wilmer went out. Nobody was at second. And Michael A's getting in on it too. And that's just one where, you know, if you work together every day, you know, like, hey, it's just communication. I got the bag, you go out.
Rendon to right. It'll back Schebler onto the track. Right field corner. And the Nats go in order halfway through the Easter game in Cincinnati.
a second baseman, I'm the one that goes out. If it's hit over here, the shortstop's a cutoff man. So this ball's kind of hit the right center field. So that's where Wilmer got caught in the middle. Do I go to the bag or am I the cutoff man? He saw the ball hit. Once he realized it was in the yard, he tried to peel back to the bag. Generally speaking, the second baseman's the cutoff man to second on that, and the shortstop covers the bag. And I think that's what the conversation was in the dugout with Trey, Murph, and you saw Michael A. Taylor come over too.
I tell you, FP, that play happened quickly. Michael A. had that ball in so quick.
Small ballpark like this can sneak up on you the way it plays so quick. You know, normal park, that's a cutoff to third, and I think that's what Trey was thinking. This could be a triple. I'm going to line up to third. And then Wilmer's thinking, well, I'm the cutoff man to second, and that happened so fast that everybody's kind of trying to scramble to get back in the right place.
One ball, one strike.
Tough read.
Gio just threw a great curveball, mid-70s to Schebler. 2-1. 2-0 Nationals. Minutes after first pitch, Anthony Rendon gave them the lead. Standing up it is so far. 7, 8, 9 for the Reds here. So Gio coming out of that fourth inning has retired 10 of his last 12 hitters. And he pops up the power hitter Schebler. Wilmer Defoe. Inside the Numbers presented by PNC. So last season, bases empty, 234. He got real tough when he had to get off the stretch.
Yeah, runners in scoring position. He led the National League with a 175 average against. He was the master of the double play last season.
Number 8 hitter Jose Peraza. Couple of pitchers dealing here. Their guy Romano, 40 pitches the last 4 innings. And Gio's on a good pace to pitch deep into this one as well. Just off the corner, 2-0. Longest inning, the second. 2 strikeouts, a 2-out hit. A well hit ball out to center. Taylor after it, measuring. He's got it. A step onto the track. You and I were talking about Michael A. during the half-inning break after he made the previous play. FP, he's been around the league a couple of times now. He knows all the ballparks, and his instincts are really kicking in.
Yeah, he played the ball well off the wall. Watch him run to a spot right here. It's what all good center fielders do. Because if you keep your eye on the ball the whole time, it actually slows you down. So when you see a ball hit, you put your head down. If you get to his first 5 steps in this route, he ran to a spot where he thought the ball was going to be. Then when he looked up, he realized he had to adjust a little bit to the way the ball was tailing, and he got to the spot anyways. But that's what all good center fielders do, Carp. You hear the crack of the bat, it's loud. Okay, I know the ball's hit hard. I'm going to run to a spot where I think it's going to be. I'm going to put my head down and not look for the first 4 or 5 steps, then pick my head up, find the ball, and make the adjustment. That was perfect.
Sal Romano up there hacking, struck out looking first time. Gio got him to 0-2 and then dropped a curveball on him. Second time around the order, he's only struck out 1 hitter, and that's just fine. It has saved him a lot of pitches. He's got his defensive teammates on the balls of their feet. And there's a strikeout, number 7, and we are going to the 6th. Getaway day in Cincinnati.
That's a big strike zone right there. That guy does not like the low pitch.
NBA, call this guy. Dealers, who bring you the Smile It's Spring sales event, and by American Standard Heating and Air. Find your local independent American Standard Heating and Air dealer at midatlanticcomfort.com.
I love petunias. Those are gorgeous. I mean roses. Those
Beautiful aroma all the way up here. Understanding what's important. We're still trying after many years. M&T Bank with our do-up. Bryce hit his 150th last September. Ryan Zimmerman went over 250 last year and set, of course, a franchise record. And Trey Turner went deep yesterday with a hot shot to left. Strong do-ups here, 3, 4, 5. Pitch number 75 coming from Sal Romano. Ground ball to second, fly ball to deep left. They're pitching Bryce away in this series. So the 1-2 combo. Eaton single, Rendon's homer. First inning, the extent to the offense. Started, stopped, good take. Now maybe Bryce can keyhole something here.
Well, if his mindset right here is to drive the ball through Eugenio Suarez's chest at short, kind of think about just hitting one hard to left, he'll be on everything.
He launches one to right. Schebler back. See you later. Halfway up the bleachers. Bryce's first of the year, career number 151. It's 3-0.
That was a bomb. You could tell that whole at bat he was thinking about really spanking something the other way, and he got something in there, and the swing just kind of took care of itself. Kevin Long loved that swing, and so did we. Wow. StatCast broke on that one.
Still tabulating. Recalculating. Fastball up, a strike to Zimmerman. 1-1 to Ryan, who has grounded out and walked. That's 2 more homers today, 6 in the first weekend, and Bryce is in the club. Chopper, left side. Third baseman in a hurry. Suarez plays it well, 1 out.
All right, let's check out the Verizon Expo on Bryce Harper's tater swing. And you could tell he was thinking about driving the ball back up the middle the other way and just caught it a click out in front. And that was a big time see you later. 108 miles an hour on the exit velocity, 397 feet. Where'd it land? Nice grab. From TVs to tablets, everything is amazing on the 100% fiber optic network. Visit getfios.com today.
Trey Turner has walked, stolen a base, and singled.
I got a Bryce Harper home run, and you don't. I'd usually throw it back, but since it was Bryce, I'm keeping it.
3-0 here, and maybe for the young right-handed hitter, The green light is blazing here. Nats up by 3, 6th inning. Not to Trey's liking, it was right on the outer edge. Left side, shortstop's going to have to hurry. Peraza unloads it. That's a good play, 2 outs.
Yeah, really good play. He went about 5 steps to his left and got rid of it quick. Something on the throw to get the speedy turner.
Michael A. Taylor, strikeout. Hard hit double play ball. Gashed one right at Peraza for a 6-4-3 back in the 4th. Reds added Giovanni Gallardo, free agent, to their bullpen yesterday. By the way, they got their closer back today. Raisel Iglesias is back from paternity leave. He had 28 saves for them last year. The bullpen a lot more experienced now than it was opening day. 3-0 pitch. Taylor, a 4-pitch walk. 4th walk of the day, 3rd unintentional walk. Let's have a look at our next 5. All at home after we go to Atlanta. So night games with the Braves Monday, Tuesday. Look at that, a getaway game in Atlanta. A beautiful thing at 12 o'clock on Wednesday. Strasburg scheduled for the Mets Thursday, off day Friday. And a long homestand.
Yeah, I would say get there early on Thursday if I
real early
could give you some good advice. There are going to be a lot of fun pregame festivities. That's one you want to be in your seat for, maybe around noon.
Yeah, and you don't want to miss the introduction of the team. I think that and the flyover are the 2 things that really get me. Just to be able to greet your new ball club, and who knows what the record might be when they get home. Things are off to a good start. Well, I guess if Michael A. steals second, they'll walk Montero again and take on Gio. That was the 2nd mound visit by the Reds today.
Do we know if anybody's used all 6 yet?
Go to moundvisits.com and find out.
Don't joke. There's probably a Twitter handle called Mound Visits. It'd be a fun Instagram follow. You just see a bunch of people on the mound.
Maybe Martinez and Gio having an animated conversation about his upcoming at bat, if it happens in this inning. Michael A., of course, didn't play an entire season last year. Still stole 17 bases in 24 attempts. Count goes to 2-0 on Miguel Montero.
Love what I've seen from Miguel behind the plate so far with Gio. I mean, he's had tremendous energy back there. When Ryan Zimmerman ended the 4th, he was chirping all the way back to the dugout like, let's go. You could hear it all the way up here.
Montero, 257 career hitter. Sal Romano's going to spear that one. Pitches around the walk, but he gave up a Ruthian clout high and way out of here to Bryce Harper. So Bryce in the home run club for 18. 3-0 Nats. So we summarize things with Rendon's blast in the first, Harper's in the sixth, and in between, brilliance by Gio Gonzalez. 7 strikeouts, no walks, and through 5 innings, 69 pitches. And then his uniform number for the strikes, 47. Good ratio.
They're doing a nice job of keeping the ball down, whether it's been his changeup, his two-seam fastball, or his curve.
Billy Hamilton unable to get to a fastball, tailing away. Bottom 6 underway. Gio's retired. 13 of the last 15 Reds. First inning single, Joey Votto. Second inning single, Scott Schebler. Both going the other way. Scooter Gennett double off the wall, center field. In the fourth, their only other hit. Bryce has this one tailing back toward him. 1 out, 6th inning. Dan, what's happening with the bullpen?
Well, Bob, we were a little surprised yesterday during the game when we saw A.J. Cole, Tuesday's scheduled starter, warming up late in the ball game. Turns out Cole is still scheduled to start on Tuesday. No change there. Davey Martinez was just having Cole get some work in. It was his side day, so he was warming up. If he was needed during the game, he could have been called upon. Not needed, just got his side session in. Still good to go on Tuesday.
And we'll get Tanner Roark tomorrow night against Atlanta's young left-hander Sean Newcomb. First of 3 at the Braves. They're off to a 2-1 start with an off day today.
Swinging the bats. Some guy named Freddie Freeman's hot.
Freddie Freeman.
New guy they just called up from AAA. We'll see how he does against the Nats. Did that get Miguel Montero on the backswing?
Bit of a pause as Marvin Hudson went for a bit of a stroll to give him a minute. Suarez has taken a called third strike and grounded out to second. Target in.
The Braves with a rare Sunday off today. When's the last time a team had an off day on a Sunday?
I don't know. Odd enough to have one on a Friday,
right,
like a lot of teams did this year. And we'll have 2 of those. Close, and that's Gio's first walk of the day. Nissan on the pitch cast.
A little outside here with the late fade on it. Tried to go change up right there at 81, just missed.
Now Joey Votto steps in.
He's swinging.
Ten official at bats this year. No walks for Joey Votto, who usually walks at least once a game.
I don't see him enough to know if this is really odd, him swinging at the first pitch every time.
Played in every game last year for the 2nd time in his career. He had 51 fewer strikeouts than walks. 83 Ks, 134 walks.
And yesterday, struck out back-to-back times. And he only did that 6 times all last year. He struck out in the 7th and the 9th yesterday.
Right side, Defoe. Looked at short, made the turn, and went to Zimmerman for the 2nd out.
It's a good decision by Wilmer. You're up 3-0. You try to make the spectacular play and get Suarez at second base. Hits him in the back, goes into center field, or he's safe. Smart play by Wilmer Defoe right here, up by 3. You don't need to take a chance over there. Get the out at first base. Nicely done, Wilmer.
Yeah.
And Zimmerman, Ryan Zimmerman pointing at him after that. That sounded weird calling him Zimmerman.
His play and your point well taken, because if something goes wrong, Adam Duvall standing in the batter's box representing the tying run.
I meant to say Zim, and then the last 2 syllables came out, which was weird.
Well,
That's him.
I know on opening day, it felt really good to write those 3 letters in my book.
Well, that's the thing. I never put his whole name in the scorecard. It's just him.
I don't think I've done it since his first full season in '06 because it was simply taking up too much room, and I didn't have enough room for all of his numbers and all the other great things he was doing. 1-0 to Duval. Gio's been nibbling at that outside edge this inning. 1-1. Giovanni Gallardo has been joined by left-hander Wandy Peralta. Oh, he got a strike out there. Double take by the Reds hitter. Danger on deck as the count goes to 3-1.
Pitch number 3, clearly a strike.
Right on top of pitch number 2.
Right in the middle of the box.
Well, Gio takes the touch pitch, the curveball, and drops it right in there. There's Scooter Gennett. To right. Well hit. Harper back. And it's off the wall behind him. Scoring Suarez. Duval in the second. And the Reds are on the board.
Well, they threw a 3-1 curveball to Adam Duvall for strike 2, and I was wondering, is he going to double up on the curve 3-2? Gio tried to sneak the fastball by him, I think, but it was up in the zone. One of the few pitches Gio's left up today, and Bryce Harper got turned around a little bit, found the warning track, found the wall, and he might have been a little closer than he thought.
Well, here's Gennett.
That's a good trip by Miguel Montero. He saw a little frustration in Gio once the double hit the wall, and then he missed with the curveball badly. That's the most he's missed with it all day. And Bryce, who we know doesn't like walls, not too many outfielders do, got there in time, but he was turned around, maybe had trouble finding the wall and finding the fence at the same time. But I like the trip by the Nats catcher right there.
Heading for third. And then the foul ball taking Rendon over to the barrier. He's got it. They had Duval on the move. And the bottom of the 6th is over. So Gio gives up a run. He'll bat to lead off the 7th.
1 run on 4 hits. He struck out 7 Reds, walked just 1. He's thrown 89 pitches, 57 for strikes. That was by design, that pitch you just saw to Scooter Gennett. But for the most part, you're seeing everything at the knees or below. And in a small ballpark, there's 2 things you want to do. Don't walk anybody and keep the ball down. And Gio's been great at both of those today.
Yeah, that's his worst inning today. He's going to have a heck of an afternoon. So Gio, Defoe, Eaton, and the Nats will face veteran Giovanni Gallardo. They just signed him this weekend, put him right in the bullpen. Pitched for Seattle last year. He's been in the big leagues 11 years, mostly as a starter with 113 wins. His heyday was 2012 when he went 16-9 with the Brewers after 17-10 the year before. All-Star in 2010 when he won 14 for the Brew Crew.
Yeah, fastball last year 92, slider 89, curveball changeup to complement him.
Yeah, he signed yesterday and in the ball game today. Gio's at 89 pitches, 57 strikes. Mesoraco had that one go right through the webbing of his glove. Low in the zone, strike 2. One down, 7th inning.
All right, attend Nationals games whenever the heck you want, but they have to be there. With Nats Pass, get guaranteed admission to every home game for just $65 a month. Nats Pass is available exclusively through MLB Ballpark app, so download today and start enjoying unlimited Nationals baseball. Yeah, I mean, they have to be home. So once they're home, you can attend whenever you want. I can't wait to get home. I'm so excited for Thursday. I'd much prefer starting the season at home than on the road, huh?
Yeah. Defoe's going to reach.
A nice inside-out swing just over the head of Jose Peraza. Look at that fastball in. Get your hands inside. And Wilbur Defoe checking in for the first time this year. See if he has any notions about stealing second base right now. I think that's the international sign for bloop single.
Line drive in the box score. Here we go with Eaton and Rendon, the next 2. Ten steals and 11 attempts for Wilmer last year. There he goes. Pitch up. Throw up. Defoe into second. Billy Hamilton in to cover up. And the Nats have another bag.
Well, you throw over a couple times in a row. Wilmer's saying you're not going to throw 3 times in a row. Got a great jump. Not a bad throw by Devin Mesoraco. But Wilmer stole that off the pitcher. Nicely done.
Well, the Nats have a couple of shots now to get that run right back. They've answered some Cincinnati run-scoring innings with some scoring of their own, especially yesterday. Reds kept chipping away, then the Nats would score to keep the game out of reach. Adam Eaton to right. Loud sound, and see you later. Who's your player of the weekend in the National League? Adam Eaton's second hit today, second home run. He's now scored 7 runs and driven in 5.
He waited a long time for this. He's about to get NL Player of the Week out of the gate. Stay hot, Spanky. Got about 20 family members right behind the Nats dugout, and you saw him point when he hit third base.
Power from the leadoff spot. 5-1 Nationals. So they more than get that run back. There's Rendon, who's homered. Fastball up.
What a pleasant surprise, huh? In the first 3 games of the season, you thought he'd kind of work his way back in. You know, he started spring training late as far as the games go and getting into games. And you're like,
homered his first at bat down there.
Yeah, he's not going to be ready for opening day. We were here, and he might not be ready. He wants to be ready. He's telling everybody he's ready. And how about the first 3 games for Adam Eaton?
Unbelievable.
Awesome.
He's now 8 for 12 with 2 homers, 5 RBIs, 7 runs scored.
101 miles an hour in the exit velocity. Look at him stay on the off speed, go down and get it. 390 feet, stayed through it. Listen to it. Well, not on that one, but we'll watch it again. Here it is.
So Rendon pops one up right field line. Fair ball when caught by Schebler.
Can you win comeback player of the year in 3 games?
Listen to this now. Last 7 games at Cincinnati, Adam Eaton is 12 for 24 with 3 home runs.
Oh, check it out again. Not a bad pitch. Look where Mesoraco's going down in the dirt to get it, but Adam Eaton likes the low balls. A lot of left-handed hitters do, and his family and friends all here. He posted a picture on Instagram today, about 20 people in attendance. Just a real feel-good story for Adam Eaton, his family, and Nats fans.
Yeah, likes to hack in his home state of Ohio. Rice almost hit one to Kentucky his last time up.
Paducah?
Well, that's if it lands in the river and goes way downstream for a while. I think there's a couple of Nats baseballs down near Paducah.
Well, our first time here together in 11, you said right across the river was Paducah.
No, that's Covington. Paducah's way down.
All right.
Paducah's way downstream. I only know that because my dad went there to do some welding work on some towboats and barges when I was a little guy.
I was thinking about your dad on a run the other day. I saw a barge on the river. Two-1, heads up. Can he do it again?
Way outside, so here's another 3-1 count.
It's tough for Bryce to hit 2 home runs in a game. I mean, he's done it a number of times, but he usually scares pitchers away from throwing strikes once he hits 1.
Then they walk him.
Because when you give up a home run to Bryce, it's not just on 1 or 2 highlight shows. It's shown 8,000 times until the next game.
So here's Ryan Zimmerman 0 for 2 with a walk. Told by our brilliant stage manager Audrey, by the way. that the state of Kentucky owns the Ohio River. I didn't know you could own a river, but evidently they do.
There's a couple players with big contracts that could buy a river. Giancarlo could buy a river.
You could buy the Amazon if you wanted to.
Hey, what'd you do this offseason? I bought a river. A 13-year, $300 million deal. I thought I'd buy a river.
Put an island in the middle of it?
Yeah, Giancarlo Island. So it's still their river even when it goes out of the state? The water? Or just while it's in state?
Just passing along some information.
Well, that's dangerous on this show.
So the question begs to be asked, why did they call it the Ohio River? Should be the Kentucky River if they own it. 0-1 to Ryan. Straight away in the outfield they are, and that's well inside. 1-1.
The older we get, the more we sound like Harry Carey up here.
Hi. Ball 2.
Ryan is ready to check in right here, right now. I'm calling it.
At the stroke of 6 p.m. How about it? The Nats have hit 3 more today, 4 yesterday. And he jacks one left field way. Harper stops at second, and Ryan Zimmerman has his first base hit of the year. Did a great job of getting his hands inside that one.
Well, you knew he wasn't going to go hitless this year. He's in a 2-1 count. He's had some healthy swings already. And he got a fastball down in. That was loud. And the first hit of the year for Ryan Zimmerman. Many more to come. He's having a nice chat with James Hoy over there.
What you just said sounds like one of Ryan's post-game quotes. You know, several years ago, after a long winning streak, we were at Ryan's locker. He said, well, I'm pretty sure we weren't going to win every game the rest of the season, so we were bound to drop one. He might have told Hoy something about, I'm not going to go the whole year without a hit. Turner has a hit today, and a walk, and a steal. 5-7-0 Nats, 1-4-0 Reds. Two and one. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch cast. Turner to right center. And the running catch by Scott Schebler keeps the Nats from adding more in the top of the 7th. So a Defoe base hit and an Adam Eaton go down and get him home run. The man is on fire, and so are the Nats. 5-1. not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Was he the best catcher of all time? A lot of people around here think Johnny Bench was. Power, unbelievable thrower. Adam Eaton is the Nat star offensively right now. So, you know, you come out of the injury situation into the regular season, you hope he gets a couple of knocks, gets the feel back a little bit the first week, and then he goes out and dominates a 3-game series.
You know, I was wondering if he was going to play today, number one. You know, he get on base 5 times yesterday. It's not like he was going back to the dugout after his at-bat. So you're thinking, how's that knee going to react with the game the next day? Well, he comes out here, 2 hits, a home run. He got the team going again in the first inning. I mean, he's the hottest hitter in baseball, and we didn't know what to expect. So this is great initially for him, and you're just wondering and hoping that that knee reacts well to how much he's been on the base paths early in the season.
Hey, shades of April 2017 when he was all over the bases, 393 on base percentage when he got hurt. Trey was doing the same thing, and they were really setting the table for the guys, and this is happening again.
It's like he hasn't missed a beat. I mean, you play for a month of the season, and you have to sit around and watch and come to the ballpark. Your team's having success. You watch them pour champagne on each other. They win the division. And as a player, when you're hurt like that, you don't feel like you're a part of it. Even though he was there every day, even though he was talking to guys and cheering them on in the dugout, you know, you feel like you're not part of the team. And for him to be doing this well early, I mean, it's just a feel-good story of the first 3 games of the 2018 season, maybe in baseball.
Gio's 90th pitch of the day, a strike. And then ripping one to left is Devin Mesoraco. That'll be his first base hit of the year. Matt Grace up in the Nats bullpen. Lefty Schebler. Then Peraza, and then the pitcher's spot. Mound visit by Miguel Montero.
You know, I've been looking at the scoreboard around here. They don't have mound visits up there.
Our truck has it.
We're on top of it.
Remaining. And now the Nats numbers. With 4 visits remaining, here comes Davey Martinez, and Gio's going to go through 6. It's called for the other lefty. So this is a big spot for Matt Grace. Gio, a great afternoon. 3 consecutive outstanding starts by our staff. Matt Grace gets the call here. Matt pitched an inning yesterday, gave up a couple of hits, a couple of runs when he pitched in the 8th inning, giving up a home run to Adam Duvall. That was off the glove of Michael A. Taylor out in center. So he goes lefty-lefty here against Scott Schebler.
Yeah, Matt did a nice job yesterday once he settled in. You could tell the adrenaline of his first mound appearance of the season maybe got the better of him initially, and then he got the ball down, did what he does best, got some ground balls, and right back out there the next day.
Yeah, by the way, when you change pitchers, not assessed a mound visit, I mean, got to have those in your pocket.
You can't take those mound visits with you on the plane, Bob.
That's right. This one out to left center. It's hanging up. Plenty of time for Adam Eaton to get over into the gap for a very important first out in the 7th.
PDAT's opening day is set for Thursday, April 5th. That's the same day as the Nats opening day is. Full and half season ticket plans are on sale, plus 7, 9, and 16 game mini plans you can get if you want. Visit PotomacNationals.com or call that number on your screen as much as you possibly can all day today. Standard rates do not apply.
Up the middle, Defoe gets there. He's going to make it a 4-3 double play. Plug Howie in, plug Defoe in. Davey Martinez has a great roster to deal with, and I'll tell you, these so-called extra men are playing like everyday starters right now.
Light, hold true moments. And we'll check out Bryce Harper, first tater of the year. 108 miles an hour on the exit velocity. He knew it, didn't he? 397 feet. Home run number 151 in Bryce's career. And a nice catch by that young man out there. Many more to come, and the hair is bueno.
26-year-old lefty Wandy Peralta for the Reds. He pitched a third of an inning here on Friday. Situational appearance. He got Bryce Harper on a ground ball. He gets Michael A. Taylor, Miguel Montero, and then the pitcher's spot as Matt Grace comes in with that sinker and rolls himself a double play ball with the help of Wilmer Defoe.
Nicely done. Michael A. going to try to turn around a pretty good fastball that Wandy features. Averages 97. And wouldn't you know it, he threw him a change.
So you're behind in the count 0-1.
I'm behind in the count 0-1. I swung hard at that change too.
As is Michael A. He doubled up on him. And on the 0-2 pitch, Michael, very defensive swing, couldn't get to it.
Check out the minor league report on Matt Reynolds, PNC. There's no better time to act than today. PNC make today the day. 115 games with the Mets in 16 and 17. Pretty good spring training numbers. And I think he hit a few taters.
Yep.
On Masson. Probably see him sometime this year.
228 career big league hitter. Montero out to the shortstop. Barraza throws him out. Howie Kendrick was out there. Now it looks like Brian Goodwin might be the pinch hitter. Because he would probably stay in and give Adam Eaton the rest of the day off in left field. Slam yesterday.
Grand salami. That one is not coming back. It stayed out there for a while. His first career grand slam. And you remember the pitch before. It was a 3-1 fastball up in the zone. He thought it was ball 4. Dropped his bat, started to go to first. Quinn Walcott called him back and got him a grand slam on the next pitch.
I think it was Mark Zuckerman who, and that's right in the middle of the back. Brian doesn't look too happy about that.
Dugout doesn't look too happy either. I'm looking down there.
I mean, that was a miss by a wide margin there.
That got everybody's attention in the third base dugout. Everybody. Yeah, right in the middle of the back, in the ribs, actually.
Wow. Rob Butcher is one of the better media relations directors in the National League, and Mark Zuckerman reported yesterday that as soon as that ball landed in the batter's eye out there, Rob was on the walkie-talkie to their security guys. Get that ball for Brian Goodwin. It's his first big league grand slam, and thank you to Rob Butcher for that. He doesn't want that last baseball. Wilmer, base hit, steal, run scored last time, ahead of the Adam Eaton home run in the 7th. Big time job by Sammy Solis yesterday. Including striking out Joey Votto.
I just looked at Brian's grand slam again one more time. He put his head down and ran yesterday. He didn't do anything. He didn't stand there and watch it for a second. He didn't flip the bat. He just put his head down and ran. If you're wondering if that was on purpose or not, I don't know. You'd have to ask Wandy.
That ball was hit off Kevin Quackenbush in the 9th inning. And now 2 men aboard. Defoe on for the 2nd time.
Check swing from the side. Well, here comes this guy again. You think the Reds are sick of seeing Adam Eaton?
I was just thinking the Reds must feel like every inning they look up and Adam Eaton is in the batter's box. 5th plate appearance today. Perfect situation for Dave Martinez to give him a 5th at bat today. Double switch and finish the game with Brian Goodwin in left field. So 23 games last year, 3 this year. To left. So that's it for Adam Eaton and the Nats in the top of the 7th. More bullpen action coming up in a 5-1 game.
Nats, bottom of the 8th. Let's check out Sammy Solis as he takes the mound. Last season, battling through some injuries, but yesterday he was more than clutch, coming in a huge situation, and we're going to show it to you. 7th inning, Joey Votto up, big situation, bases loaded, 1 out, and he throws him a cutter that locks him up for strike 3. All he can do is watch it go by, and you look at the reaction. He thought it was going to hit him. And then you got Scooter Jeanette to ground back to the mound, so he threw 7 pitches, 6 of them were strikes, and it was a huge part of yesterday's win.
Yeah, that game was a lot closer at that point. It was a 7-3 game when that happened. Brian Goodwin stays in to play left field, so he's a number 9 hitter. Pitcher batting first for the Nats. And Phil Goslin, the former UVA star, bats in the pitcher's spot. He got an AB yesterday and was called out on strikes when Steven Strasburg punched him out looking. Fastball up, 3-1.
Had someone down there in the Nats dugout say, all the way back, come on. This is great. I'm just listening for dugout chatter right now.
10,335 paid today, so you can listen to a lot.
Yeah, you can hear it up here.
And the Nats have quieted the crowd here. Sammy keeps pumping strikes.
I'm telling you, as a player, it's rare at the big leagues you can hear dugout chatter, but it keeps you in the game. I remember Bobby Cox with the Braves. He would be into every single pitch. You could hear it on defense. You could hear it when you were hitting. If his pitcher threw a good pitch, yeah, boy. Come on, one more. Here we go. Just little short bursts. It's not like college where on the top step just rah-rah and maybe yelling at the other team too. It's just short bursts, just to everybody let you know you're in the game, and it kind of keeps you in the game too.
Ooh, that's close. Sammy Solis thought he had a strikeout. Goslin walks to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Nissan will track it.
Inside. Everything around the strike zone except for pitches 1 and 3 and 10. Pitch number 10 missed, so a nice at bat for Goslin off the bench.
Yeah, and Marvin Hudson got it right. Top of the order, Billy Hamilton, 0 for 3.
Got a bunt right here, doesn't he?
Need a base runner. Rendon creeping into the grass.
Down by 4. You're trying to get this to Joey Votto. With some traffic out there, if you're the Reds.
That ball hooking into the corner. Goslin around third. Going to be sent by Billy Hatcher. Hamilton stops at second. And the leadoff walk followed by the double gets the Reds some hope here in the 8th inning.
Nice swing by Billy Hamilton. Goes down and gets the slider from Sammy Solis, and watch the loose dirt right here come into play with Brian Goodwin. Not that it really mattered, but we've been talking about the warning track since opening day. It seems like they put an extra amount of dirt on it. Ooh. A little hesitation there at third. He still scored.
Yeah, I think Billy Hatcher was going to stop him, and then, as you say, saw Goodwin sliding around out there. We were just kind of walking in front of the dugout the other day. It was like quicksand over there.
It was like a sand trap. They put tons of crushed brick on the morning track here. I don't know if it's because of the weather or they just had a couple extra truckloads they had to get rid of. But you see the skid marks down there. That shouldn't happen.
Suarez, then Votto. Just looking for an out, any way to get it here. Ryan Madsen now getting ready. You would think that's for Adam Duvall.
This is where Sammy really has to lock in and focus on Suarez and not even peek out of the corner of his eye on who's on deck. Sometimes a presence like Joey Votto or a Bryce Harper on deck will get your attention just enough where it can affect the current situation.
Target in, and he misses. Sammy's just not getting over the top of it now. Count goes to 3-1, and you've got a dangerous potential tying run waiting.
Sammy's never been fantastic back-to-back days, and he's trying to battle through this one here today.
None of the big three pitched yesterday, Kinsler, Madsen, or Doolittle. Not even close. 2 walks around to double. And trouble is walking toward home. With that strikeout yesterday, Votto 0 for 4 career against Solis with 3 Ks.
I mean, Derek Littlequist's going to go out there and maybe something mechanical like, hey, slow it down. Your arm's trailing. That's why you're missing high. And this guy's swinging at the first pitch. He's swung at the first pitch almost the whole series. So he could try to ambush him here on a fastball, even though he walked the hitter in front of him. At least that's what they're talking about. And you know that Joey Votto's thinking it. He struck out looking against Sammy yesterday. He ain't taking anything. This at-bat represent the tying run.
All right, here we go. So Ryan Madsen will be ready whenever Duvall gets up there. What will that situation be? Right now it's 2 on, nobody out. Joey Votto 1 for 3. So he goes off speed on the first one.
Yeah, he's going ambush 3-run tater right there. He's trying for a field goal, ties thing up. That's a good call by Montero and maybe even Derek Littlequist. That's a good trip. He knew he was swinging, so he pulled the string.
And Joey Votto gets hit. No way Sammy wanted to do that. Bases loaded, and he's got to be done.
Well, Ryan Madsen's going to be in a huge situation here against a guy that had 30 taters last year. So here we go.
Amtrak and Interstate 95. Discover the convenience of the hotels at bwi.com. And by Lexus, experience amazing. And by University of Maryland, University College. Looked like the Nats had this one well in hand prior to the bottom of the 8th. Duvall career 0 for 1 against Ryan Madsen, who drops the breaking ball on the front door, but it stays inside.
Pretty good pitch. See Ryan's season last year. Fastball, curveball change. You just saw a curveball. Fastball's averaging 95 this year.
Gave up hits to Votto and Jeanette Friday afternoon in a scoreless 8th inning. That evens the count. So Hamilton doubled, Suarez walked, and then Joey Votto hit by the pitch. Busted bat. Rendon to Defoe, and they got 2. Gladly trading a run for 2 outs.
I'm looking at his numbers, and you think of Ryan Madsen as a strikeout guy, right? He throws a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Last year, 55% of his outs were on the ground. And that was a huge around-the-horn double play. Like you said, Carpel, check out the sequence again. First pitch curveball just misses, I guess. And second pitch right there, and then he goes turbo fastball in the hands with a little sink to get the 5, 4, 3, double play. Nice turn by Wilmer Defoe. 1 foot on the bag, got rid of it quick to complete the double play. Nicely done.
Suarez ends up at third after Hamilton scored. Anthony Rendon made up his mind right off the bat. And the Nats turn their second double play of the day. Both by relievers. Matt Gray's had the other. 5-3 game. And a tough customer here in Scooter Gennett.
I'll tell you what, the arm strike by Wilmer Defoe allowed him to throw it off the wrong foot. If he sets both feet and throws it, Duvall is safe. But watch Wilmer on the turn. So nice feed, first of all, by Anthony. Then the 1 foot on the bag and getting rid of it quick with really no momentum going to first. That's just straight arm strength, quick hands, and he completes a double play. That was nice.
Ground ball, just foul. Strike 2.
I mean, that was Robinson Cano-like by Wilmer Defoe.
Any young player would love to be mentioned in that sentence.
That's nice, man. He made that look easy. That was hard.
Madsen to Jeanette, and a routine fly ball for Bryce Harper. So the Nats, out of all that, give up 2 runs, still have a 2-run lead into the 9th.
in the first inning. We're going to make it our Ford drive of the game. Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. Your Ford drive of the game put the Nats up 2-0 after a leadoff single by Adam Eaton. A bunch of fastballs into Anthony Rendon. He finally pulled his hands in, got the barrel to it, and put his club up 2-0.
Just reinstated today from paternity leave, 28-year-old Raisel Iglesias. 76 innings last year in 63 ball games, struck out 92, and he was 28 out of 30 in save situations. He's in a big-time hold-'em situation for the Reds right here. Phil Gosselin stays in place second base on a double switch.
Anthony will be seeing fastball 96 and lots of sliders at 85. Probably won't see the changeup at 88.
Anthony Rendon, 1-for-2 career with a walk against the right-hander. He's a reliever, and it's an abbreviated delivery, but he does work off the windup.
Well, he used to be a starter.
16 starts for the Reds 3 years ago. 5 2 years ago, and then the bullpen ever since. Rendon, Harper, Zimmerman, top 9. Nats did a great job yesterday of adding on. And this one high in the air to right for Schebler.
Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Nationals home screen icons and features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast stats, and news. Download MLB at Bat today.
Bryce Harper, 1-for-3 career with an RBI on a single against Iglesias. Reds into a shift, outfield to pull, huge gap left center. 1-for-3 homer and a walk today. 87 moving away off speed. There he is for the 9th. One to Bryce, target away.
High fastball up in his eyes, couldn't lay off. See if he tries to throw one higher here or goes to the off speed from a different arm angle. I tried to throw one higher. There's a party on the right side of the infield.
Two pitch. Bryce Harper, high in the air, deep center. See you later. A monster shot the other way. Second of the day in the year. 6-3 Nationals.
Did you hear the guy right before the pitch in the stand say overrated?
Overrate this.
109 miles an hour off the bat. 424. Home run number 2 for Bryce Harper. Look where this pitch is. That's what Bryce Harper does with fastballs right down the middle. And he watched that one. That was destroyed.
Big day for Bryce. He now has 4 RBIs with his 2 homers today, 2 sac flies yesterday. Pured that one. And here's Ryan Zimmerman, who singled his last time. 2 for 7 career against Iglesias. I mean, I'm still hearing that ball.
That was loud.
16th time in Bryce's career. He's hit more than 1 homer in a game.
But that's the perfect Bryce Harper swing. I mean, if he wants the ideal swing in his mind when he's visualizing, it's that left center field, staying through the ball and drive. I mean, he hit like 5 baseballs right there. 1 at contact and he stayed through it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Created a ton of backspin, had the great launch angle, and you get pull conscious and you're susceptible. And he stayed through that nice. If you watch Bryce Harper's BP, that's where most of his home runs go, right where he hit that one. And let's look at it again. So obviously wanted to elevate this, left it right down the middle, but you can't sneak cheese by Bryce Harper, and he had some kind of stroll watching that one, didn't he? Well, hey.
Trey Turner steps in 1 for 3 with a walk. So the Nationals have set a Nationals record for home runs in the first 3 games of a season. Previous record was 6. They now have 8.
And the only way they break that is if they open up at Coors Field next year.
No, thank you. That could be cold. Upstairs, that is a huge add-on run for the Nats, for Sean Doolittle, who's about to come in to try to save his 2nd game of the weekend.
Doolittle on the mound for a potential save. But I'm looking at Devin Mesoraco. He wasn't standing up. He wasn't calling for a high fastball. Iglesias put it right where he was asking him. And there's all the numbers on it. 28-degree launch angle, ideal. Yeah, that's a
25 oppo.
That's a swing you want to put in the computer forever. That was perfect.
All right, 3 outs to get for a series sweep. Sean Doolittle got his first save of the season and the 58th of his career with a 2 strikeout, 1 walk, 18 pitch, 9th inning in a 2-0 game on Friday. First up, Mesoraco.
The doctor is in.
Mesoraco pinch hit to lead off the 9th Friday and hit a fly ball to center against the Nats closer.
Been a high strike zone all day, and that was ball one.
Popped him up on the infield, right side. Defoe calls everybody off. We're on to Atlanta. Tanner Roark, 13 and 11 last year. He's pitched a lot against the Braves. Will be at SunTrust Park. Tanner, 6 and 3, 19 games, 13 starts. Pitched a clincher down there several years ago. And Sean Newcomb, a lefty, young guy for the Braves.
Home opener for Tanner tomorrow. He makes his off-season home in Atlanta.
There he is. A.J. Cole Tuesday night. Max Scherzer Wednesday getaway day at noon. Strasburg home opener. Doolittle blows it by Scott Schebler. First career matchup between these two.
Who he wanted to, didn't he? Whatever Sean Doolittle does in his delivery, you watch hitters offer it that high fastball, it must look like, either by the way he hides it, the way he jumps at you, or his release point, like it's coming down in the zone. It just stays up.
What has he got on 1 and 2? Oh, he hit him with a fastball.
He leaned into that.
On the elbow, up and in.
He almost put the elbow in the strike zone. You saw Miguel Montero after kind of do that motion to Marvin Hudson at home, like he tried to get hit right there. Check it out if I saw it right the first time. Does he stick his elbow in there?
I'll tell you, if he did, he's paying a price for it right now.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good. I've said this before, but if you've ever bumped your funny bone, multiply that times 100 when you get hit in the elbow, and that's the feeling you get down in your hand.
All right, he's telling him he's okay.
He said I can run the bases.
Guess he can feel his arm again. 1 on, 1 out. The Harper homer looks so big now. Tying run is not in the batter's box. Jose Peraza is. He's 0 for 3. Little's going to step off and let Defoe get to a position on the right side. Outfield around to the right.
Sean Doolittle, not a ground ball pitcher, but he'd love one right here.
Oh-2 now. He's been ahead of all 3 hitters here.
Well, he offered at a high one. Do you throw one higher, or do you try a changeup or a slider? We'll see what they decide on.
Here's your answer, mid-90s.
Last year threw the fastball 88% of the time, and 16 with the A's 89% of the time, and 15 with the A's he threw the heater 90% of the time.
On 1-2, he popped him up. Defoe short center. Huge second out. Phil Goslin, who came in to pinch hit, stayed into play second. Gets another AB here. Their first career matchup. And now he's been ahead of 4 hitters. One out to get. Nationals on top 6-3.
Defensive, they didn't care about that if you're scoring at home. That's what they should call it.
Oh-2. Out of play.
It's such a fine line of throwing that fastball right. You see where Goslin's numbers are? If you can throw it right where that top button is, ideally over the plate, that's the one you want to execute if you're Doolittle. It's hard to lay off. It's up around your eyes. Looks big, but it's also 95. You're not getting to it.
0-2 again. Target in. And a ball driven to center. Michael A. Taylor, long way to go. And it is gone. And now the Bryce Harper homer is the difference in the game.
Wasn't a bad pitch. He tried to go in there. Look where Miguel set up, and he hit the spot, inner half. Sometimes good hitters beat a good pitch. An inside-out swing by Goslin makes this a one-run game.
So one Cavalier homers against another. It's Phil Goslin's 7th career Major League home run. Now it's Doolittle and Billy Hamilton.
All right, this is huge, right? One-run game, fastest guy in the bigs.
At the letters, 1-1. Talked about this on Friday. Even though they got shut out, Reds have a good offensive ball club. They can slug with anybody. Hamilton, no chance. 1-2.
Boy, he tried to tie it up with that swing, didn't he? That wasn't I'm slapping this to right and stealing second in a pitch. This was I'm tying it up swing by Billy Hamilton. Head flew out of there. He was trying to go downtown.
Checks his swing and gets a piece. Six-5 Nationals. And it's over on a called third strike. Sean Doolittle, an anxious moment or two, calmly strikes out Billy Hamilton. And the Nats have swept Cincinnati. They've won 8 in a row now in this ballpark.
Yeah, too good to take, right? Yeah, good frame by Montero. It's in the box. Hamilton didn't like it, and that's how this one ends. On a strikeout from the doctor in a one-run ball game. Nicely done.
Doolittle's second save of the year. 59th of his big league career.
You know what I like? The Nats are 3-0, obviously, and you could talk about Bryce's home runs and all the other things. The way they played these 3 games in this ballpark, the fundamentally sound game that they played is the most impressive takeaway I'll have from the first 3 games of the year. They were great.
All right, Dan's with Bryce.
Bob, thank you very much. Bryce, 2 homers today. I want to talk about the second one that ended up being the run that won the game for Earball Club. Iglesias, talented young closer, good stuff. What were you kind of looking for as that at-bat was playing out?
I wasn't happy he was back. He's a great closer. You know, he's one of the best in the game, so definitely going to be a tough at-bat. So just tried to go up there and get a pitcher on the plate and see if I could handle it.
You've had a lot of success up here in the Bigs for a number of years now. You get a new hitting coach this year in Kevin Long, who you've known for a little bit, and I know you have a good relationship with. What have you guys been working on to try and keep you locked in as this year begins?
Yeah, I just want to get better. I mean, every single day I come into the clubhouse or, you know, come into a game, I just want to get better every day. So, you know, he challenged me every single day in the cage out here in BP as well. And